This is the story of the Porsche Carrera GT, from its triumphant records to its horrific accidents, a supercar that was nicknamed the Widowmaker for a reason. This car has a formidable reputation. It is called the Widowmaker because of its extraordinary power and lack of margin for error, but at the same time, it is admired by even the most experienced drivers. Some are amazed by its unbridled power, while others are delighted by its incredible performance. However, for some, the Carrera GT has become the last supercar in their lives. Is it really that dangerous? Today we will try to find out. Porsche has always been obsessed with motorsports. It is one of the few companies that has been able to combine the production of sports cars and participation in the most prestigious races in the world. Their cars have dominated classic rallies, endurance marathons, circuit races, and even Formula One. The brand's most famous car, the Porsche 911, has become a symbol of sporty style and engineering excellence. Porsche has repeatedly proved its technical leadership by creating revolutionary engines and aerodynamic solutions. In the 90s, the company decided to conquer Formula One by developing the perfect V10 racing engine. It was supposed to be a breakthrough, but due to changes in the championship regulations, it was not used. Then, Porsche engineers tried to use it in marathon endurance races, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans. However, the financial crisis forced the company to abandon expensive races and focus on commercially successful projects. At the time, the whole world was crazy about crossovers, and Porsche decided to take a chance. All resources were directed to the creation of the Cayenne model, the brand's first SUV. This decision caused outrage among the brand's fans, as Porsche was associated with sports cars. But the strategy turned out to be correct. The Cayenne became extremely popular and actually saved the company from bankruptcy. In the 90s, Porsche sought to create the perfect V10 racing engine to conquer Formula One. However, it never found its place in the championship and the company turned its attention to long-distance racing. However, the financial crisis forced Porsche to change its priorities and the entire budget was spent on the Cayenne crossover, which literally saved the company from bankruptcy. However, Porsche engineers did not forget about their V10. In 2000, they prepared a surprise, a new supercar that incorporated all the company's racing technologies. At the Paris Motor Show, the Carrera GT stunned the audience and received the green light for production. The Carrera GT is a real race car in a civilian body. Its chassis and body are made of ultra-lightweight carbon fiber, which has reduced weight to 1,380 kg. The unique suspension, taken directly from motorsport, provides phenomenal handling. The braking system consists of huge ceramic discs that are almost impossible to overheat, even during intense races on the track. Magnesium alloy wheels reduce weight and inertia. But the main star of the Carrera GT is its engine, a 5.7-liter atmospheric V10 that produces 612 hpm and revs up to 8,000 rpm. Its sound is reminiscent of Formula One cars, and acceleration to 100 km/h takes only 3.5 seconds. The Porsche Carrera GT is a car that does not forgive mistakes. It does not have an electronic stabilization system, which is exactly what customers wanted when they wanted the purest possible drive. But this means that without experience and appropriate driving skills, this supercar can become uncontrollable. One of the peculiarities of mid-engine cars is the risk of losing rear-wheel traction when the throttle is suddenly released in a corner. This situation has caused many Carrera GT accidents, including the tragedy involving actor Paul Walker. On November 30, 2013, Paul Walker and his friend Roger Rodash were driving a Porsche Carrera GT after a charity event. They were driving at a significant speed limit when the car lost control. Crashed into a tree. And caught fire. Both men died on the spot. The investigation found that the main cause of the accident was high speed and worn tires, which worsened the traction. The lack of a stabilization system and the difficult handling of the Carrera GT were also important factors in the tragedy. After the accident, Walker's family sued Porsche, accusing the company of producing a car that was too dangerous, but the court ruled that the manufacturer was not responsible for the incident. Despite its challenging reputation, the Carrera GT remains one of the most iconic supercars in history. It is loved for its uncompromising performance, manual transmission, and incredible V10 that sounds like a real race car. Out of the 1,270 copies produced, many of them are still in use by their owners, despite all the risks. And this means only one thing: the Carrera GT is a truly unique car. The Porsche Carrera GT is not just a car. It is a legend that combines engineering excellence and the ruthless pursuit of speed. It gives an unforgettable experience to those who can tame it. But is it worth the risk? Is it really that dangerous? Write in the comments what you think about the Porsche Carrera GT. Would you like to drive this legendary supercar? And of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss even more exciting stories about the automotive world. Six-wheeled cars, a fad or an engineering breakthrough? Supercars, racing cars, futuristic concepts, six-wheeled passenger cars have always aroused surprise and admiration. But why are they created? We can understand why trucks or buses need an additional axle. It increases the load capacity, reduces the load on the road surface, and improves cross-country ability. The same is true for off-road vehicles. Additional wheels help overcome difficult terrain. But what about passenger cars? Why did some engineers and automakers decide to experiment with additional wheels? In the 70s, some designers took this technology seriously, from Formula 1 cars to unique supercars and road monsters. What is the secret behind six-wheeled cars? Find out in the next video on the channel. See you soon!